It's week 1 of the 2024 season, and we've got a rematch of last year's wild card round in the NFC playoffs. It's the Rams and the Lions on Sunday night primetime.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday in 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's the excitement and the hope in these stadiums. Every fan base in the NFL thinks that this is their year, and week 1's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams led out by a Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford, second among all active passers in the NFL. Only Aaron Rodgers has thrown for more yards. Hard to believe, Greg, it's already season 16 for the man out of the University of Georgia.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking like, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Off play action, it's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. The NFL's third leading rusher a season ago, it's Kyren Williams. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, here's Stafford. That one into the hands of Atwell. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 9th play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Williams.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Stafford to throw it. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. And he's going to have the Rams first down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5. Play action, Stafford. Oh, no chance to get rid of that ball. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A play fake. Now Stafford. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, 2nd in the league in passing a season ago.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I am excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter.
Here's 2nd and 2. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. One more time for Montgomery. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On play action, Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And he's going to have the first down yardage. The stop made at the 31. but a new set of downs. First down picked up.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
A second down throw for Goff. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
It is caught left side by St. Brown. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. To throw is Goff. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Lions first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll go right back to Laporta.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Rams offense ready now for their 2nd drive. The deficit 6 points. Touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He'll work forward for a couple. Jack Campbell, the former 1st-round pick, there to wrap him up. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. So 1 quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. 6-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Second down and 8. Here's Stafford. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Hutchinson brings him down for a sack, and Mike, he continues to establish himself as really one of the NFL's not only the most talented young defenders, but you can make an argument he's the most consistently disruptive defensive end in the entire league.
Here's Ethan Evans now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's right side and brought in by Williams.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. It'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down. Here's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to...
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly. Nobody accounts for him. And he comes away with the sack.
That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 2nd down, Goff. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Goff to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
1st and goal, and here's Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time with Montgomery. A dive, and he's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense back onto the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here. They try to get things started offensively. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Lions offense and their running back set to go once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
That one taken in by St. Brown. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him, they've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Here's their punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the first half. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. That one on target to Moore. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. The Lions call their first timeout.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Throwing here is Goff. That one complete to Moore. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Goff to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
He's got his big tight end. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Stafford now. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Derrick Henry, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Michael Penix, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, on the season premiere of Monday Night Football, take 2 for Aaron Rodgers, the Jets and Niners from Santa Clara. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On first down, it's Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Goff. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Moore going in motion. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it. out beyond the 25-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on first down. This one complete to Atwell. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point, something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
Raymond going to return it, and he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They run out of the gun with Montgomery. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Second down, Montgomery. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Williams in motion. A carry here for Montgomery. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Goff. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Montgomery. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they wind up getting 13 on fourth down. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Braden Fisk is there to bring him down. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this.
Oh, an ill-advised throw there. It's an interception. Picked off by Cameron Kinchins.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto it. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Stafford. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter. And this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
First and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll complete it to Adams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. The motion man is Nakua. Stafford now on 3rd down. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
off play action. It's Stafford. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the Lions are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20. Goff to throw on first down. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On the ground, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
You'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's Montgomery. Third and a yard. A run up the gut with Montgomery. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On the handoff, it's Montgomery.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
One more time for Montgomery. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Moore going in motion. A second down throw for Goff. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
They'll run with Montgomery, and he will dive into the end zone. David Montgomery, touchdown Lions. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Rams offense ready for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll find his tight end. It's Colby Parkinson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. 3rd and long. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And this one is intercepted. It's DJ Reed. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will score again. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Throwing again is Stafford. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Play action, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, L.A. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams cut into the lead a little bit.
Rams 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Montgomery. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Montgomery. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Montgomery. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll go right and find his running back. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
That's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
3rd and long. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. There's that man again. Another catch. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
On 1st down, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what you're...
And he's got another one. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
2nd and a yard. Again, it's Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First down, Rams.
To the air again, Stafford. A quick slant, and here's Adams. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Stafford to throw again. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Throwing, Stafford. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here now, 3rd and 5. Stafford. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run with Montgomery. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
And this offensive line, creating running space, he'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They run out of the gun with Montgomery. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions add on to their already sizable lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. That one caught by Adams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
So it's a win. To begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.